And with that, the Season 5 Battle Pass is finished. It took me 14 hours, 59 matches, with a mix of quick play, ranked, BTB, and some other modes to knock challenges out. And I want to pose the question today, is that too short, too long, or just right? We'll talk about the shop, other Battle Pass changes, and what is left for the rest of Season 5. So real quick, the type of player that I am. I have a normal 8 to 5 job. YouTube is just a side hobby in the evenings. I would love for it to be a little bit more, but if you all have seen how expensive like rent and groceries and everything is now, it's crazy, right? What I really like about this Battle Pass this season is that they removed so much of the fluff from the previous seasons. So that 50 tiers actually feels a lot more jam-packed, a lot more correct than the 100 tier passes that we've had in the past, where it's like one tier's the left shoulder, the other tier's the right shoulder, here's another boost, here's another challenge swap, you know? And so I really do like that. For, reference, Season 3 took me 99 matches exactly to finish the Battle Pass, and I don't remember how much playtime it was, but it's kind of funny how it does sort of land around one match per tier, depending the type of game that you're playing, the score that you're getting, all that stuff, right? Now, I do think that Halo Infinite is a lot more friendly to players than other free-to-play FPS games. The fact that you can buy the Battle Pass, earn back credits within the Battle Pass, and then also, go back and complete the old Battle Passes is huge. So I finished Season 1 and Season 3 and now Season 5. Season 2 and 4, I still have like 30, 40 tiers to go, which I'm going to work to knock out. But that doesn't mean that there isn't room for improvement here. And so I'll extend the question. Do you like the length of the new 50-tier Battle Pass? In terms of what was in the pass, I thought they did a pretty good job. There was some cool gear within, some definitely cool new flood skins, and I didn't feel like they were giving too much of the janky stuff. Loved the Halloween-themed cosmetics and gear. I really do wish there would be more weapon kits within the Battle Pass itself. Some of the weapon kits are starting to look absolutely amazing in Halo Infinite, and it feels like almost all the cool ones are just quartered off into the shop, and they probably know that is like one of the main light items that players want. Speaking of the shop, I think it is really worthwhile to hop in here and talk about some of the pricing changes that they've been making, especially with the flood-themed armor sets, the weapon kit for Halo 3, because here, I'll show you what I mean. They've been running this since the start of the season. It's the Halo 3 sniper rifle kit. I really want this, but I am not going to pay $20 for just the kit, because if you look in here, helmet, two shoulders, they sort of count in the same, spot. I don't think you should count it as like a separate item, left or right shoulders. And then they count all of these coatings, which is just one coating that's cross-core, as a bunch of different items. So when you look at it and you go, oh my gosh, 26 items in here, no, it's like 5 or 6 items. And so they're probably well aware that players want this, and if they were to price it out separately, they would get a lot of sales. But I'm sure they've done the research that shows we're going to tag it in with another bundle that raises up the cost, and that will, I hate to say lure, but yeah, it's luring more people into buying this. And I just wish they would sell the weapon kits individually. There's a high likelihood that I would spend a lot more money in the shop if it was just on its own, if we could just get some of those kits by themselves. And so you see that kind of across the spectrum here, where now with cross-core, right, for $8, you can get this cross-core coating, and it's, what is this, 8 items, 9 items or something? It's really just, it's one. And it's super cool, but I would be more likely to buy a camo or a skin like this for $2 or $3. If it was animated, if it was doing backflips and LEDs or effects coming out of the weapons itself, there's a stronger chance that I would consider spending more on it. But these prices are just too high, in my opinion. Like, again, the candy corn effect is sick. I would love to pick something up like this, but I'm not going to spend $16 because, cool. This isn't 4 different items, in my opinion. This is like one armor emblem that you can use on the different spots. This is sort of the negative that I think people had foretold about when, coatings and the whole system was first revealed. So if you come into the weapons bench here, I'll show you what I mean. Drop over to kit. The Bandit's got this really cool looking kit right here. You can actually go to see what it costs to purchase it in the store. Oh, darn. $18, because you get this coating that's going to apply as like 9 items in their mind. You get this cool armor effect. You get this, unique legendary kill effect and the charm and all that stuff. I just want this, though. I really wish that they would provide a route for players to just go after the kits themselves. maybe they've run the numbers. I'm sure they have like the research and all that stuff to show that this is the better way to do it. Obviously, it's a free game and they need to make money, but I'm just saying I would be more likely to go in, spend $4 or $5 on something like this. But I will not be spending $18 on these bigger bundles, because at that point you're getting into pricing where you can get other great games, you know? Let's move on from the shop though. Forbidden and Prism are a ton of fun, and I love that they've been doing the 24/7 featured playlist, but please reduce the SBMM in here. We've talked about it in multiple seasons now. This featured playlist is always so sweaty, and it shouldn't be. People are just trying to play and learn the new maps. It's not about getting clips or dunking on people or farming. It's too much in this playlist. Across the whole game in Season 5, it feels like they've definitely cranked up that SBMM, especially in Squad Battle, by the way. Last season, so much fun, and now it is a total sweat fest. Speaking of Squad Battle, it was such a successful playlist. They need to get new maps in that hopper ASAP. At this point, it's been long enough. There are plenty of classic great maps rebuilt in Forge that could be added into matchmaking really easily and would be a great benefit. Bandit Evos and Ranked have been a ton of fun. It's a lot more challenging to use. I think there's a lot more outplay potential, and I've really enjoyed my time in Ranked. That's kind of where I think I'm going to spend the rest of my time here until the next operation. I believe that they have done a really good job recapturing the interest of lapsed Halo Infinite players, and while the numbers aren't insane, it was great to see such strong momentum. The way that they need to maintain it at this point is really be on it with the communication between the scene and you. If you can make it feel like this game is really growing and changing and evolving on a weekly basis, if you're giving people a reason to come back every single week, that is a huge benefit. There's so much UGC in this game that they could easily highlight and bring that in a way that probably doesn't tax resources as heavily as dev-made maps and deploying things that require more on 343's side. Think about it this way. How many of you would go in and try Squad Battle again if you knew this next Tuesday there were like 4 or 5 classic maps being added into Squad Battle, new for that playlist, right? I guarantee it would get hype on Twitter, it would get hype on the content creation scene, and people would start playing it again. I think they're finally getting their feet under them when it comes to the live service aspect of this game. I'm having a ton of fun, and overall, definitely so far the best season. Let me know what you think about Season 5 though, down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again very soon.